Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Star State Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, March 15th through Sunday, March 21st, 2021. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Angel Tarot by Jane Wallace for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. So just a reminder that we are now halfway through the month of March. If you haven't already watched the monthly intuitive reading for the month of March, please be sure to go onto my YouTube channel and take a look at that. It has the universal energy vibration for the month, the astrological highlights of significance, messages from our angels and guides, as well as a special message depending on your stone of choice for that as well. So let's start out this weekly reading by taking a look at your stones of choice. All of these stones of choice are special intention pendants that I have wrapped. And the first one is called Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla, or also known as Sonora Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla. Now, this one is wrapped in silver, and it's infused with the qualities of the number 8, number of empowerment, willpower, and the courage to move through the challenges of life. It's also been infused with the qualities of the sign Sagittarius, sign of hope, freedom, and the ability to change one's routine to move towards accomplishing one's goals in life. The energies of the planet Pluto to encourage one to explore the highest hidden knowledge of the inner self and manifest transformation on one's life path. Activation of the root chakra for security, sacral chakra for passion, and the throat chakra for speaking one's truth. And this stone, the Sonora Sunrise Sunset, offers a strong connection between the inner and outer self, along with the energies of the cosmos, and promotes the spiritual power to awaken the hidden talents of the self. So isn't that beautiful? Just got that wonderful deep dark red color and that beautiful turquoise color in this particular stone. Your second stone of choice is a beautiful citrine. This is a cut and polished, beautiful clear citrine pendant. This is wire wrapped in gold, and it has been Reiki charged and infused with special intentions. The vibration of the number 3 for creative self-expression in all forms of communication, including writing, speaking, and teaching. The vibration of the master number 22, the number of the light worker and visionary, and the number that brings balance and heightened connection to the psychic senses. It's also infused with the healing energies of Chiron to heal all past life wounds of the self, the qualities of the fire element for confidence, courage, and leadership. The energies also of Archangel Gabriel, the archangel who supports and inspires those with a life purpose and involved with communication, and Archangel Michael, who leads us to the next step of our highest and most important destiny path. And then our last special intention pendant of choice is this beautiful labradorite cabochon. I was going to say the word cabochon first, and then I thought, I better say labradorite cabochon. This is wrapped in silver wire. And so this beautiful and mystical labradorite cabochon is given Reiki and infused with intentions, the vibration of master number 11, number of the visionary and the light worker. It's also a master number that deals with leadership as well as our heightened intuitive capabilities. The planet of Uranus is infused into this, planet of higher dimensional energies and the God mind. The opening up of the crown chakra is infused into this labradorite for increased claircognizance ability and inner knowing ability, and a connection to our star brothers and sisters of the highest vibration of light. And you can see that when I tilt this labradorite, often labradorite will have these wonderful green or blue reflective lights in it. So again, our stones of choice, the pendants of choice, are the Sonora Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla, the beautiful clear-cut and polished citrine pendant, or the mystical labradorite cabochon. So let's start by talking about the astrological energies for this week. We start out on Monday, the 15th of March, with Mercury, the planet that rules our thoughts, our ideas, our perceptions. It rules communications of all kinds. This is moving out of the sign of Aquarius, finally, and into the sign of Pisces. And I say finally because Mercury has spent an especially long time in Aquarius because of that retrograde cycle that it went through. And that was quite a retrograde cycle for Mercury. I mean, there was a lot of other planetary energies probably involving, their energies into some of the chaotic situations and experiences we had. But that Mercury retrograde in February, to me, was quite a doozy. And until the 13th of March, Mercury was in its shadow period. So even though it turned direct earlier, it still had to move through that shadow period, which was through the degrees that it first went into before it actually turned retrograde. So it's now out of its shadow. It's now moving into Pisces. It's going to have a different flavor to it. Mercury is a very logical, analytical planet, and Pisces is a very mystical, intuitive, and spiritual sign. So those two don't necessarily merge together, but if we can use the Mercury mind to allow the imagination, the creative imagination to flow, which is Pisces, then we're going to do well. Mercury in Pisces is great for meditation, creative projects, creative writing. It's good for visualization. It's good for increased intuition or working on one's intuition. It's great for channeling or healing abilities as well. And it's going to be in the sign of Pisces until April 4th. So we've got just over 2 weeks for Mercury to be in that sign of Pisces. On Tuesday, the 16th, and Wednesday, the 17th, and even Thursday, the 18th, we have a lot of sextiles going on. And sextiles are aspects of opportunities, meaning that we have to recognize the opportunity and take advantage of that opportunity by taking some sort of action to move forward. Otherwise, that opportunity can pass us by. And on Tuesday the 16th, the Sun is in Pisces, sextile to Pluto in Capricorn. So this is all about empowerment. I want to say spiritual empowerment because the Sun is in Pisces, right? And that Pisces energy is very spiritual in nature. It's very otherworldly in nature. Pluto is the planet of power and transformation and death and rebirth. So there's an opportunity here to spiritually transform ourselves in some way or transform our lives in some way. On Wednesday, Mars, the warrior, the planet of energy and action, is in Gemini, which is a sign that deals with the mental realm and information, and it is sextile Chiron, the wounded healer, in the sign of Aries. So there's an opportunity here for us to bring healing to ourselves through learning new things or communicating with others or expressing our truths or even sharing our ideas in a forward-moving kind of way out in the world to others. This can help too, again, with Chiron and Aries, it's about healing our sense of self-confidence, healing our sense of self-identity, healing our sense of independence. So again, there's an opportunity to do this by putting energy into your ideas, your perceptions, your words, and your communications. On Thursday the 18th, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, harmony, money, finances, personal resources, relationships. She is in Pisces, which is a very unconditionally loving, compassionate, imaginative, creative sign. She is sextile Pluto. Okay, so the Sun sextiles Pluto on Tuesday, Venus sextiles Pluto on Thursday. This to me is an opportunity for the divine feminine energy to empower herself. So that can be about, again, we all have a divine feminine, not just women, but this can be about women empowerment, yes. This can be about us empowering ourselves, again, on a spiritual level to bring in this love of harmony and balance and compassion and unconditional love to all of our relationships. And then the big thing that happens this week happens on the weekend. On Saturday the 20th, the sun moves out of Pisces and into Aries. This is the spring equinox. Now, the sun always moves into Aries around this time every year in March. This time it's going to, again, go into Aries on March 20th and stay in Aries until April 19th. Again, this heralds new beginnings, the initiation of new directions, planting new seeds. Aries is a fire sign, opposed to Pisces, which is that water sign, that water element that is sometimes intangible. And Pisces rules, again, the spiritual realm. And so it was the last sign of the zodiac, a time of completion. So previous to March 20th, we're in a time of completion, a phase of completion, of healing, of surrendering, of releasing and letting go of energies and maybe situations that we no longer need to hang on to, or that are no longer aligned with our truth or no longer in our highest and best interest. But again, on March 20th, we have this wonderful energetic push into Aries, and it's about leadership, confidence, courage, taking charge of one's life and direction, maybe making a decision to move in another direction. Again, Aries is planting those seeds, and it might take a while, right? When we plant seeds, it might take a while for them to grow. But this is the time of new birth. This is new birth and new beginnings. Now on Sunday the 21st, Venus follows suit, and Venus now moves out of Pisces and into Aries. So the divine feminine becomes more independent, more leadership-oriented, more take-charge-oriented. She's now the initiator as well. And whereas the sun will be in Aries until April 19th, Venus will be in Aries until April 14th. And so we have this nice big push of creative, fiery, energetic, initiating type of energy. Also on the 21st, Mercury is still in Pisces and going to be in that sextile aspect of opportunity to Uranus. This is great for higher mind communication. This is good with meditation, getting in touch with your angels and guides, coming up with new innovative ideas. It's just a really great energy of creative intelligence. And then also on Sunday, Mars in Gemini is in a positive trine aspect to Saturn in Aquarius. This can help us to move our ideas forward in a grounded and practical way. This is also about collaborating with other people. Gemini likes to socialize. Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian. They're both air signs, and so communication, thought processes, perceptions. And again, in this case, I feel like collaboration with our ideas in order to move them forward and ground them into some sort of physical reality is prominent. Okay, so let's take a look at the messages from our angels and guides for this week. We turn over the first card. Okay, we start out with a pretty transformative, heavy-duty, powerful card here. This is Major Arcana 13. It's the Death card. This says Angel of Transformation. So the Death card is about a spiritual transformation, a death and rebirth, transmuting old energies, letting old patterns, old subconscious energies or patterns to fall away. This is like a snake shedding its skin. When I think of a snake, I think of the Death card. I think of transformation. And when I think of the Death card, I think of snakes because that's the symbology, or at least part of the symbology of that snake. Now we have an angel here, and she, has a lot of flowers around her. And she's got the sun behind her too. So it's not as heavy duty and as intense as you might normally see a Death card to be in the traditional tarot. So we have this beautiful angel, and she's got the sun rising behind her. So there's light ahead. There's light ahead at the end of the tunnel here. As we're releasing and letting go, we're able to open up to the newness on the horizon back here. she's looking down so we can't see her eyes. It's almost like she's in a grieving process. And again, as the angel of transformation, the death card, we are grieving. We're grieving the past and what we've let go, what we're releasing. That might be aspects of ourselves, might be belief systems or old emotions or energies. Could be old situations as well. There definitely could be situational things that we're grieving or releasing or letting go as we're transforming our lives and getting ready to move into this bright new future with the sun rising on the horizon back there. So let's go ahead and see what the next card is as we move forward here throughout our week. Okay, so we have another major arcana. And this is Major Arcana number 21. This is the last of the Major Arcana, the World. And the World card speaks of a successful completion. And it is the last of the Major Arcana. So that also suggests a completion phase, right? A phase of completion. At the bottom, it says Angel of Success. So oftentimes when we get the World card, we're talking about a successful completion of a passage of time or a passage of energy or a passage through a situation, okay? It's a successful completion on a soul level, okay? Now, it doesn't mean there's no challenge with whatever is being completed, released, let go, or surrendered in our lives situationally. Again, we go back to the death card and the grieving process for that, right? So it's not always easy. So this is talking about the successful completion of a soul cycle on a soul level, right? On a higher soul self level, on a spiritual level. We're in a positive completion phase of old energies. And that makes so much sense since we have the spring equinox on Saturday. So previous to Saturday the 20th, we're in this completion phase. We're successfully completing old energies. We're successfully completing the healing process or the learning process regarding situations or relationships in our lives or regarding our own belief systems. Okay, we might, and I've talked to many people that, physically they're going through things, their physical body, their emotions, their thought processes, even spiritually as far as past life connections or past life energies. On all of these levels, we're completing something. But you can see this woman here, this angel in the middle, in this World card, she's in a stance of looking very happy. She's looking like she's rejoicing that she's come to the end of this cycle of completion and she's getting ready. After the World card, it's the Fool card again, right? So after the completion, there's a new beginning. And that's what we're going to go into with the spring equinox. When the sun moves into Aries, we're going into a new beginning. So we can celebrate and be happy and joyous. Look to the best of what it is that we're going through, even if it's been challenging, that we're completing something on a soul level. We're able to, and hopefully able to let it go so we don't carry it with us, so we don't carry it forward into this new cycle of energy. This can also be too, there's the planet Earth is behind this angel. This could be on a collective level as well. And it is, everything that we go through on an individual level, the collective is going through these same astrological and universal and energetic energies as well. So on a collective level, there's a completion phase going on as well. And as a collective, we're able to get ready to rejoice and move into a bright new future or a new beginning. Okay, let's take a look at the last card. Now you see the last card came out as 2 cards. So the first of that last card. Okay, not surprising we have an ace here because aces are about new beginnings. This is the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Rods or the Ace of Fire. And it's interesting too, the fire element here is indicated. And the Sun and Venus both moving into Aries on the weekend. Aries is a fire sign. So we have a brand new fiery and energetic new beginning. We have the word inspiration at the bottom. So we're feeling inspired. We're feeling creative. We're feeling excited. We're feeling adventurous. We're feeling full of vitality and life here with the Ace of Wands. It's a brand new beginning, and the wands is a suit of the spiritual, so it's a brand new spiritual beginning into something new. Now, I find it interesting that this particular wand is not a straight wand. It's almost snake-like, right? So we have almost that snake indication of transformation here. But it could also indicate that our path forward is not a straight and direct one. And maybe we don't know what the direct path is. So we have to be open to detours along the way. We have to be open to the universe kind of guiding us through twists and turns and ups and downs. And I feel like that's part of this new beginning too. But it still is a positive and exciting. We can even see new buds of growth on this wand at the bottom, right? We see a couple of little leaves here that are sprouting. So something new is being given birth. Something new is sprouting. So make sure that you're paying attention to that most brightest and optimistic energy here. We got a lot of red, some orange, some yellow. Those are the first three chakras. The root chakra, which is red, which is about matters of security and stability, can often deal with finances and career. So a new beginning maybe on that level. The orange is the sacral chakra, which is about our creative self-expression or passion for life. Maybe there's a new beginning there. And then the yellow is the solar plexus chakra, our center of personal power, confidence, leadership. So perhaps there's a new beginning there for us. And maybe it's on all three levels for us. Let's go ahead and take a look at this next card that came out with it. Wow, we got another major arcana. So you can see here as we move into the spring equinox, it's a very powerful time, this completion cycle, right? The completion of Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, and this getting ready to move into the Aries energy, which is that new beginning and sign of planting new seeds and giving birth to something new. We have the star card, major arcana 17, the star card, and it says Angel of Hope. And the star card is about hope. It's about our hopes, our dreams, our wishes. It's about the future of where we want to go and who we want to become. And even though time really doesn't exist, you know, the star card has that futuristic kind of feeling to it, of what is, you know, what's to come yet. What's to come yet is our hopes and our dreams and wishes starting to flow. You know, we have the water bearer here. This is kind of the image of Aquarius, which rules the star card. So this is a very Aquarian, which is, you know, the humanitarian, coming together with groups of like-minded people, networking, attending to our hopes, dreams, and wishes, collaborating with others to assist with the hopes of the planet, the dreams of the planet on a collective level as well as on an individual level. And again, there's a lot of flowing energy here that's going to be coming with this star card. And so when you couple that with this new beginning, the new beginning of our hopes and dreams and wishes, you know, starting to bear fruit, starting to flow, starting to show itself. We have a star off in the background, which can indicate, you know, to follow the universal guidance, follow the guidance of the heavens, follow the guidance of your angels and guides. Follow the guidance through listening to the astrological transits. You know, you can look at that many different ways, but know that there's something outside of you here that is helping to guide you. You know, there's an energy, a God source energy outside of us, but also a part of us, and we're a part of that is helping to guide us to the materialization and the manifestation of our hopes and dreams and wishes. So that's very positive and exciting energy for this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at your special message card depending on your pendant of choice here. So for those of you that chose the Sonora Sunrise Sunset Chrysocolla, special message for the Sonora Sunrise Sunset people, special message for the week. This one here. And it says, interesting, isn't it? Transformation. We have more transformation. The death card was the angel of transformation. Now we have this card that says transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, and there's a deep healing. Deep healing at a cellular level that is helping to transform you. So again, knowing that if you've been emotionally up and down, if you've been mentally frustrated, if your physical body has been going through things, know that this is part of the healing and transformation at a deep cellular level that's going on. And we have this lovely woman who's a priestess. It has more of an Egyptian kind of overtone, and she's holding a staff with a crystal in one hand, and she's holding this spiral. I think it's called that spiral of that Caduceus kind of spiral, or the spiral of transformation, or the spiral of our DNA, and that's probably what it is meant to symbolize in this card, because it does say that we're going through that transformation at a deep cellular level, right? And so this is kind of like our DNA. Our DNA is changing, our DNA is evolving, and as our DNA is evolving and changing and moving into higher vibrational energies, that means old vibrations have to fall away. Old emotions that have been stored up in our physical, emotional, or mental body have to fall away. And this priestess, this woman, is very calm about that, right? I don't know that we all have been very calm about this transformation, but she is very calm, and she's, almost regal. She has a higher understanding of what's happening and what's going on, and she's trusting and having faith in that universal transformation and changes that are happening. That staff in her other hand with the crystal, she has the magical power to co-create her reality with God Source Energy Universe. She's got what either could be a rising or setting sun, or even a moon or an eclipse energy behind her. So to me, I would also make sure to pay attention to the next set of eclipses that are coming up, the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse, which will be June and July. You'll want to pay attention, or is it June and July, or is it May and June? It's coming up anyway. We'll definitely be talking about that as we get closer to it, but it's definitely coming up. And those will herald faster movement in the changes that are to come as well. Okay, I feel a lot of magic with this one, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the special message card for those of you that chose the citrine pendant. Okay, citrine. Special message for citrine pendant people. Okay, this one's sticking up. Awakening, another very good one. Awakening. It says at the bottom, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. Has the same kind of feeling, right? The completion phase we're going through before the sun moves into Aries is part of that energetic upgrade. It's part of that integration. And you can see this woman, kind of rising up into the universe. She's surrounded by the stars. She's up above the clouds. She's kind of ascending, and that's part of the message too, is we are all ascending, into a higher vibration. We're ascending from third dimensional into fifth dimensional and higher energies. And so in order to ascend, in order to lift ourselves up, part of it is surrendering to the changes that are going on. And this woman is definitely surrendering. She's surrendering, she's trusting, she's allowing, she's just kind of letting things happen, which to me is more of this Piscean energy, which we've been in, but which will complete itself sometime on the 20th before the sun moves into Aries. So surrender, allow, let go, have trust and have faith that whatever's happening is helping you to awaken to a higher state of being. Again, a new way of being, this integrating of different energies. It also kind of brings up this idea of being fragmented through various lifetimes or even traumas, whether it be past life traumas or this life traumas, that our soul may have fragmented somewhat because of those traumas. And so a reintegration is needing to take place. You might think about maybe getting some soul retrieval healing work done. That would be a great thing to do leading up to the 20th. Retrieving aspects of your soul. And you can do that perhaps in meditation and just calling in those pieces of your soul that may have fragmented off in various lifetimes or situations and call them back to you. Or you can actually go to someone who does shamanic healing work or hypnotherapy or past life work, to bring in this kind of integration technique. So know that, again, this upgrade is happening. So that's very, very exciting. And then for those of you that chose the labradorite, okay, that magical, mystical labradorite cabochon, special message for labradorite people, special message for labradorite people. I feel like it's this one. Okay, soul family. Okay, soul family. And it says, call in your tribe, and you don't have to do it alone. Call in your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. So the labradorite to me is a otherworldly stone, mystical, magical stone from, another planetary dimension, perhaps, of time and space. So it makes sense, with this message too, is that we are all looking for love and acceptance and respect and equality and support, and maybe we have that, and maybe we have that with some people, but not all people in our lives. If you have it at all, then count your blessings. If you don't have it, think about what it is that you truly do want. And if people in your life aren't supportive, maybe it's time to release some of that and let it go, and call in these new, soul contracts, to call in your soul tribe, your family of souls, your spiritual family. So again, you don't have to do it alone. This shows a man, and I think it's a man and a woman. Maybe it's two women. I can't really tell. It doesn't really matter. We got two dolphins. Actually, I think this is two whales, and this is two dolphins, and just got a very nice kind of twin flame sort of feeling to it, right? Calling in the other half of yourself, or calling in those that resonate with you, calling in those that have similar ideals or belief systems. Calling in those people that will look at you with mutual respect and admiration and unconditional love. I mean, that's kind of what we all want, I think. So it's time, perhaps, again, for that to start to come in for you. And some of the completion phase before March 20th could have been of recognizing what it is that you truly want and truly deserve. And maybe you were going through a process of releasing things that weren't in resonance with you anymore, or, vibrating to your highest truth anymore. And as we move into the weekend and from, the weeks that are coming up, it'll be time now to call in something higher, something more beautiful, something more supportive, something better and more spiritual for yourself. These ancient ties, the whales, the dolphins, to me have this feeling of ancient information, ancient spiritual information, which again, our soul family. We've been with them in previous lifetime incarnations, maybe otherworldly incarnations. Maybe they're part of our oversoul energy. So it's time for that beauty, that harmony, that sweetness to kind of come in to your life. So I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly intuitive reading. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, sharing my videos, commenting on my videos. Thank you so much to all of you who left me Google reviews. I'm doing pretty well with gathering them, but if you have not left me one and you're enjoying these videos or have gotten any services or products from me, I invite you to go to the link below in the description and leave me a Google review. And there's also a new platform called Social Pilot. If you don't have a Gmail address to leave a Google review, you can also leave a review on Social Pilot, so that link will be below as well. I want to send you all so much love and light, and a lot of kind of excitement energies for the spring equinox that we have coming up. I wish you all great, wonderful new beginnings and the planting of new and wonderful seeds that will bring in a lot of abundance as we all move forward. Sending you lots of love and light and many, many angel blessings.